Hi, delayed visual maturation, DVM, and cortical visual impairment, CVI. There's a lot of buzz about it. I can't even begin to tell you how much I've done on CVI, including my CVI ranges, right? I don't like what's out there, and so, you can complain or you can do something about it. So I have my own CVI ranges. When you are working with, and by the way, when I say I have my own CVI ranges, I need to just put that PDF up so you can get the downloads and start working with it. But I also have Unlocking the Secrets of CVI. I have cognitive visual impairment, so cognitive vision. I have my diamond scale visual assessment. I probably have the most availability to assess your child from functional vision, cognitive vision, Unlocking the Secrets of CVI, full-on training courses of vision that are out there that you can do. Please note that everything that I'm telling you, you can do. You just have to have the tools to do it. And sometimes, yes, it's got to be a full-on course. But the courses have books and they have, charts and all of that sort of stuff that come with it versus me just talking off and doing these Facebook Lives. So delayed visual maturation, first of all, you can't even have any discussions without an ophthalmology report, because you might just need a simple pair of glasses. Like right now, I have no idea I have blue eyes until I put on these suckers, right? So I just need reading glasses. You just don't know. When a child is visually impaired or unable to do vision, they can't say, like, Mom, I really see better if it just doesn't work like that. It doesn't matter if you're typical. Erin can have a whole course on, you know what I mean? She literally, finally, they went to take her in for glasses, and Erin is so blind. I love her, but she's blind. Because she's like, did we create a new language? And then finally, when she got her glasses, because we were just talking about this last weekend, she's like, Mom, there's bricks on the building. There's actually bricks. I mean, she just, you know what I mean? You just don't know what you're not seeing. And I have these conversations about the seniors with hearing aids, and it's like, my hearing's fine. Yeah, but you're only hearing what you think you're hearing. You don't know where the conversation is because you're not hearing half of it. But yeah, your hearing is fine. And so we know what that's like. Imagine that same scenario under our children. So with delayed visual maturation, yes, it happens a lot where the eyes are just slow to process, slow to focus. But understanding, you have environmental, and this is the same with CVI. Again, environmental complexities. Again, do I teach you that this is glasses, right? Do I teach you that this is glasses? Do I teach you that this is glasses? The environmental complexities that people have to process could be too visually cluttered for some munchkins. And so you do want something, please, until you know what your child's vision is doing, don't go to black and white. This is the worst thing you can do. Unless you truly have delayed visual maturation, the black and white will allow your child to start to focus, then you switch to a solid object. They could be processing of just the focusing power. When you have muscle issues, are your eyes contracting? You can see this. You can take a simple phone. I'm looking for my phone and I'm sitting there talking to it. You just take a pen light. Don't put it in the eye. Put it around there and see if both eyes are contracting and releasing at the same time. You might see this, slow to respond. You might see different, responses and so forth like that. And again, so that is a delayed visual maturation. Now you need binocular vision. The two eyes need to work the same, and you need convergence. Convergence happens around 4.5 months where you start to see a convergence, or should start to see. So yes, by saying I'm not getting the eye contact and all of that kind of thing, please don't understand, and so my next thing is, first it's environmental complexities, and now you have structural complexities. You're just going to have to wait till August till you get that degree on the eye, the structure of the eyes. It needs to be done with a pediatric retinoscopy. Call now and make sure whoever you're going to in August does it. Download my PDF, Tips for a Successful Ophthalmologist, and that's envisioning your child. Again, explaining DVM, nystagmus, astigmatism, all of that, nearsighted, farsighted, and cortical visual impairment. It's a free course on that. But again, yes, you want to stimulate vision. And then going into delayed visual maturation, again, can be neurological, where there's things going on within the neurological processing or the structure of the brain that causes the body to be slow to respond visually. So delayed visual maturation will stay a diagnosis usually until around 18 months. The fact that kiddos are getting CVI diagnoses under a year of age is just, I don't know, it should be unethical because you just work on it differently. And I can't stress enough, if you have another visual diagnosis like an astigmatism, like non-binocular vision, those take priority over DVM and CVI. Now, where you keep in, you want to keep with 2 to 3 objects. Don't go more than that. If your child can handle more than that, then they can handle that. Usually is not a sign of CVI or DVM, but you want to excite their vision. One of the ways you can do it, red lipstick, put a Rudolph nose or clown nose on your nose or something like that for facial. But for some kiddos, like again, my son, looking at me is the worst thing I can do to him. He doesn't want to look at me. Now he can look at me through the mirror, but he can't look at me straight on. It just hurts him, in a sense. It's, he's he avoids it, but it's so funny. He was doing genetics in 8th grade and he goes, Mom, what color are your eyes? I said, I don't know, what color are my eyes? And all of a sudden he's like, oh, you have blue eyes. And every once in a while I ask him, I said, what color are my eyes? And he'll just go, oh, blue. That he can look at. But to just look at me to talk, forget it. I keep saying this, I need to have a record camera like here and here so it can show me talking to him and you can see how he processes that. And, but anyway, so those are the things that you're looking at. You want to keep it simple, but focus. But to tell you right now to patch or not to patch without a proper visual examination, because there's no sense, like I have a little munchkin here, there's no sense of patching. She's got a 4.5 and a 6. So first of all, she'll never have convergence with that. And then the 4.5 is a 2.25 astigmatism. So really the left eye actually sees better than the right, and that's a 6. So she can't see past 2 feet. She'll never. So we're waiting for the glasses to come in first to have the binocular vision, and then we can work on the convergence. And so those kind of things come into play. You want to visually excite your child. There's no doubt around that. With vision, it connects your senses. With vision, it connects your movements. All of those things come into play. But when you're having a child that is visually impaired due to structure, right? And I usually tell the dad or something like that to the mom, like, can you work on the computer right now if I took away your glasses? And they're like, no. I'm like, can you drive a car? No. It doesn't make you developmental delayed. You can't be successful. And so sometimes it is just as simple as structure as something like this. But to assume that a child, no way a baby can be farsighted, nearsighted, or be visually impaired to the point that they need glasses at some age is just unethical. It's just unethical. I just had a 9-month-old baby here. And if you want to see the dad's excitement, because literally they got the diagnosis from Dr. Cassidy, who's my guy, and he came in and he just ran, even though they ordered the tomatoes and all that sort of stuff, they just went to the local eyeglass shop and just got eyeglasses. He goes, I just had to see. Now they're from Canada. Canada was saying, nope, he's special needs, no eyeglasses. That's the way it is. He got glasses. To see a dad come in and say, Michelle, my kid saw a bird. He didn't know it was a bird, but he saw the bird. And then we were playing with car. The excitement, he goes, my kid can see. It was one of those, he was crossing visual midline, he was scanning the rooms, he was like, oh, this is what, you know what I mean? It's something that's simple, but you can give glasses to a 4-day-old baby. Sometimes it's just necessary. So with that, please, I get it that you need to help your child visually, and that's what you have to do. But to jump in and say DVM or CVI at this stage, you need to go to the ophthalmologist. I don't care if you're working with the best OT, PT, me. None of us can make those conversations other than to try and make it where you're visually successful. But I can't even suggest a patching program until we know what the structure of the eyes are. If you don't get the structure of the eyes, then you're going to have to get a second opinion. But the structure of the eyes are what has to come first. But meanwhile, yes, you need to excite the vision. That's a given. If your face is difficult, then you use an object, a solid object, maybe something that sparkles a little bit, has some lights, but you got to watch stimuli too, because you don't want to, let's say, push seizure activity due to lights or excessive stimuli. Thanks. Hi, Anna Maria. How are you? And I'll see you in a little bit. Bye.